All right. All right. Well, time to turn the page this week. We kind of finish up non-conference season and start pointing ourselves toward conference play. Really proud of our team to be where we are. Really proud of the week we had. You know, we sat here last week and told you we had 3 Power Fives in our next 4 matches. You know, we went 3-1, got beat by a really good Texas A&M team, bounced back, beat a really good Indiana team. You know, I like where our team is. I think we've taken a really challenging schedule and, you know, given ourselves a chance to build RPI and build our team really. And I feel good about where we are. So, questions?
I guess just jumping right into conference schedule, you guys start with trips to UAB, Middle Tennessee. But looking at the conference as a whole, what have you noticed from it, you know, this non-conference portion of the schedule?
Yeah, well, I mean, Rice had a top 25 win yesterday. You know, Western Kentucky and Rice have both played really well again, which has kind of become a yearly statement, I think. You know, in terms of volleyball, Middle Tennessee's out of the gate really well. They're playing well. They're 10-3. You know, they're gonna be excited about us coming into Murfreesboro this weekend. You know, with the way the schedule lays out, you know, we play Friday, Saturday, then we're their only match of the weekend. And so they're going to be sitting there preparing for the tops, and that'll be a challenge. And, you know, I know FAU's played really well. Look, you know, I think our league has done well. And here we go again. You know, it's time to get started and see how this thing plays out.
Having a couple of days of rest after playing those tough teams that you mentioned, I'd imagine it's got to feel nice before you guys hit the road again. How much does that help you guys?
Yeah, a couple of days of rest. I could use a couple more, I think. I mean, our team's really tired. I mean, we have played volleyball, and college volleyball is such a weird deal. We're halfway through our schedule. I mean, we've played 14 matches and we only have 29, so we're at the midway point. You know, you play half your schedule in the first 4 weeks, and then you play the other half in the last 2 months, which is really odd, but things do slow down now. You know, we go from playing 2 matches in a day to 2 matches in a week. And, you know, so that part's good. I think our team needs that. I think our team's tired. We'll go, you know, yesterday was a day off. We'll go really light today and just try to get their legs back under them and get them refocused, you know, on conference play, which is a different animal. I mean, you know, we haven't lost a conference match in a couple years, I think, and, you know, so we become, you know, the biggest match left for everybody on that schedule, and that's tough to endure night in, night out, and we got to get our minds right to get ready for that challenge.
So how much tougher is it to endure when you talk about the team being a little more vulnerable than years past? Obviously, the expectations don't change, but how do you guys match up to that? Yeah,
that's going to be it, you know, because you've heard me say a bunch. I mean, we're a vulnerable team. You know, we have weaknesses, and you know, we're young in places, and so look, this is I highly doubt that you'll see us go undefeated, you know, through the conference schedule this year. I think due to that vulnerability, I think you're going to see, you know, this could be a team that has a head scratcher loss somewhere in there, or one that somebody else thinks we shouldn't lose, because we're not that team that we've been the last couple years, and we're going to have to you know, really lock in, night out, and just kind of take them one at a time and try to be prepared that night, and you know, hopefully we can get deep into this thing before that happens.
Coach, when it comes down to that non-conference schedule, I know that you focus a lot on this year, but how will that hard non-conference help in the future for this very young team?
Well, I hope it'll help in the future. I hope it'll help now. You know, I hope that when we step out on the court now and look across the net, we're not going to see anything more than what we've already seen. I mean, we've been challenged over and over again. I think our RPI is going to be in great shape, you know, with the schedule we've played. I mean, we have 2 losses in there, you know, one to Louisville, who's beating everybody in sight right now, and, you know, just one at Stanford, you know, this weekend. So them coming to Diddle Arena and winning is not, you know, that big of a thing. And then Texas A&M, who is a tremendous team too, will win a lot of games. Like we've done nothing to hurt ourselves, and we've got a lot of quality wins. And so hopefully it's prepared us to, you know, when you look across that net, you're not going to see anything that you haven't seen already at some point, and I think that'll serve our team well.
Looking at this weekend, just seems like one of those schools like Western where across the board in all sports, they're usually Middle Tennessee. I know they've got, a couple of girls setter freshmen who have won weekly awards these last 2 weeks. What's the scouting report?
It'll be a challenge. These two are probably they're our closest rivals, and UAB, Middle Tennessee, and everything seems competitive, right? No matter what it is, and two really well-coached teams. At the beginning of conference season, I always think that it's harder that first weekend because everybody's, Middle Tennessee's in first place in Conference USA right now. UAB's in first place in Conference USA right now. And so everybody's kind of going into it with that mentality, and for us to have to go on the road against these regional rivals and fight to get to the top of this league, I think is going to be a big, big challenge for our team.
Anything else? All right.
All right, guys.